YouTube, what's up? We are back with another video, and this video will be like a different video. Well, I only got one video on here, so whatever. But this gonna be a video about my spiritual journey. And, you know, I did write down some things because, you know, I'm a little nervous when I get in front of this camera and I start recording. And I'm gonna try for this video not to be too long, but it is a lot that I feel like I'm gonna end up saying once I start talking and get comfortable, you know, warm up to the camera. When I started my journey, I was pregnant. I was doing little stuff like looking up scriptures. Pastor Stephen Frederick, if I'm not wrong, I would always see his stuff. I would not like scroll past it. You know, I would just watch it, you know, because it's right there. And it's like every time I watched it, like he was literally talking to me. Like, I just got in a habit. Whenever I'm on social media and I see something positive, a video or something, I'm gonna try to watch it. And that's kind of how it started. So it's not like I intentionally was like, I'm gonna just go on, I'm gonna start my spiritual journey. And right now I am sitting by the water, you know, and stuff. And I got my phone on my door. So I hope y'all don't hear too many cars and stuff. I always used to feel like I need to get back in church because I stopped going to church when, honestly, I stopped going to church when I got pregnant. I felt bad, kind of. You know, people from the church can be judgmental sometimes. You really don't want to get judged and stuff. And I just think that's where I just started to kind of get into, you know, my deep depressions and stuff like that. And not necessarily because of that, I just kind of started just letting myself go due to that. So it was like, you know, I just didn't want to go. It's hard for me to explain because I'm still on this journey. I'm still trying to figure myself out. I'm still trying to figure out why stuff happened the way it was. A lot of things that I have to remember is that in every situation, I won't always know why things happen. I feel like a lot of us struggle with learning to like just let go. Forgive and let go, forget and let go. You know, and sometimes, yeah, we do need to go back to the past and like analyze so we don't go back to where we, you know, came from. Like, it's important to know where you came from. You know, it's important to know what you was around, why you did the things you did. And like, you know, just so you won't go back, just to know why you are the way you are now. And it is important just for me, just because I have a daughter, you know. I want to be able to tell her I went through, things I went through. I want to be able to look at everything that I went through in a different point of view. I don't want to just be talking coming from how I see things. One thing about my spiritual journey that I feel like is the most important thing is really like changing the way you think. However you think is going to determine how you move. Think about everything that you do and then think about all the things that you think. Like, it's going to affect it. Like, let me go to my notes and see what I got because I need to get into it. You feel me? Let me tell you the videos that I be watching. Pastor T.D. Jakes, he got his daughter, Frederick. Michael Ty also have a lot of he has a lot of series. That's one thing I love about him. So like, if you like trying to start a spiritual journey or anything, like those are just a few people that I would go to. I also started off like watching Les Brown because he's not like a preacher or anything, but he's a motivational speaker. Tony Robbins is also a good one. Back to what I was saying or whatever. The mind is just a really powerful thing. The mind will put you in situations that you don't need to be in. It'll have you believing in stuff that you don't need to believe in. It'll have you think a way that you don't need to think. And it's so important that, you know, you work on that and change that. Bro, I can't stress enough. I really promise, like, when you change your mind, it's like everything changes because when you think about it, your mind is like, say for instance, the mind is right here, and then like you put it on the bike in your brain, and then mine is just pedaling. So like whatever you feed your mind is what you gonna put off into the world. Where a lot of depression and anxiety and stuff come from is from how you think. It's from what you put in yourself. Like if you always being negative and you always like just thinking about the things that's going on in your life, and you're not like trying to come up with a solution, you just putting yourself into a deeper depression because you just always thinking of this, always thinking of the stuff you're going through. You just always in bed. You ain't never trying to do nothing to like really get out of your situation. It's just like you really just killing yourself because now you programming your mind to just not solve what you're going through. Like, if you're gonna go through a hard time, you might as well go on and go through it and get through it and learn from it, because if you don't learn from it, it's gonna become a cycle. And if you feel like you in a cycle, it's because you haven't learned what you were supposed to learn from your last situation, your last life situation, or whatever you're going through. That's the only time we're gonna go through a cycle, is if or if like a test, because you can feel like you have come from something until like you put back in that situation. If I'm gonna have to depend on somebody, it's gonna be God, because at the end of the day, all my problems are bigger than me. And if it's bigger than me, then therefore I'm gonna need somebody that's, you know, can really help me, you feel me? And I feel like if you don't think like that, then it's really just all like, you're gonna keep going through what you're going through. Like, your mind is really your battlefield. And it's a book that I was reading about that from Joyce Myers, and I never finished it because I had lost the book, and I have a hard time with being consistent with things. So that's something that I'm working on, being consistent with praying, where you feel me, watching my videos, especially now that churches are closed down, we lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. This is the perfect time to go ahead and really lock down and get my habits going, because even though like I've been working on myself for some time now, I also had them times where I want to slip, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to, you feel me, I'll watch the video tomorrow. Like, procrastination is a killer. It's the #1 killer, because you'll get to putting stuff off for so long, and then eventually you just forget about it. And like, to be honest, like, I'm not even praying that forget about it. I just keep putting it off. Like, it'll be on my mind, but I still won't do it. And I hate that I'm like that, because it's like, if you know that you need to do something, just do it. And I really, like, I'm the type of person, I literally talk to myself. Like, I really be on some stuff like, Tatiana, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? Like, go do what you need to do. Like, just get up, go do it. Like, and it be the most simplest thing that a lot of people fail to realize. Y'all think because it's so simple, y'all just look past it. Like, y'all ain't never heard of, it's the little things that matter. Like, it's the little thing that's gonna build character. My bad, y'all. A bird flew over me. Let me put my foot in the car just because I have to shut this thing. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But it'd be hard for people to start and continue with a spiritual journey, because literally everything is gonna change. God know who's for you. God know who ain't for you. God know where you need to be. He know where you ain't need to be. He know what you need. He know what you don't need. Like, and a lot of y'all think y'all know what's best for y'all. Like, even like me, myself, like everything that I'm saying in this camera, I can say as if I'm talking to myself, because there's a lot of times where we think we know what we need, and in reality, it's not what we need at all. I feel like right now I can go into the public speaking field, but it's like, I'm bad with talking. I have a hard time talking sometimes, because if you know me, I don't really talk to too many people. I'm not used to putting myself out there. And like with this right now, I had to change the way I think, because I feel like it took me so long to put out a YouTube video, because I was just scared of everything that could happen, but I didn't really think of the positive thing that could happen. It was all negative things that could happen. And it's only because I'm so used to all that negative thinking. That's why you gotta change how you think. Like, even if I didn't get 1 subscriber, even if I didn't get 1 like, not a comment, it should still be on some stuff like I should do it just because I feel like God told me to. Like, you'll know when God talks to you, because it's like you will feel it. Like, and it's a feeling that don't go away. It took me a whole year to drop a YouTube channel, but I kid y'all not, I was literally thinking about dropping a video for a whole year. I was just scared that, you know, maybe people weren't gonna like it. People weren't gonna really mess with it or something, but I had to learn that it really doesn't matter what people think. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And anything that God tell you to do, He gonna make you prosper in it, period. But a lot of people are gonna look at this video like, girl, really? We know you. No, just because you know who you is, everybody else don't know who you is. Everybody know who you used to be. And that's something that I had to really get to myself, because a lot of times we spend so much time trying to get people to understand why we do what we doing, or we want to prove what we never realize these things until we be honest with ourselves. Like, there's people who out here just like crying wolf. They always crying about what they're going through. They always crying about the stuff that's not changing in life. But if you think about it, it's a lot of the people that's not doing nothing to even help their situation or even trying to change it. So you gotta really like be on some stuff and be honest with yourself. And sometimes it is really hard. If you don't have the right people around you, God will separate you from people and put new people around you just so it can help you. Self-accountability is also a big thing. You can't blame everything on everybody. So really do control your life. Can't nobody make you do nothing. And a lot of us be talking about what somebody did to us. Like, you allowed to be in your life. What happened, happened. You know, even with like family, friends, relationships, all of it. Y'all think that y'all gotta keep people around because y'all been knowing them for so long. Y'all gotta learn to cut people. Not gonna say cut people off. I gotta care. I can't have nothing affecting me mentally, because the only type of stress that I really need is her. Like, my child is a different type of stress to me. If I'm always down and stuff, Tari gonna feel it. So, you know, you gotta stay positive and be uplifting, because she gonna feel all that energy, and I don't want her to grow up and be, you know, all depressed and stuff. I would rather struggle now now than by the time I hit like 25, 30 and stuff like that. And I'm still going through the same thing I've been going through since I was 20. That's not the life that I want to live, because every day that you wake up and you ain't doing something positive, then you just wasting time. People get old and they be like, I'm this age, I'm 60, it's too late. It's not too late because you're 60. Because as long as you keep waking up every day, you got time to get there. And a lot of y'all waste y'all time when y'all so young. That's why y'all feel like y'all done programmed y'all mind like, just forget it. I'ma just do the bare minimum. I'ma get by, live paycheck to paycheck. And don't get me wrong, because a lot of us right now are living in that season of our life, but that don't mean that we always gotta be there. A lot of y'all think just because where y'all at right now is where y'all always gonna be. Tyler Perry was homeless. He didn't even go to mid class. He didn't go to poor. He went from strictly homeless to rich, all because he kept faith. A lot of y'all think that y'all need this big stuff to do what you need to do. This boy probably had a pen and paper and just wrote down his stuff, had somebody read it, and they like, hold on, you got a lot of good stuff going on. Pen and paper, boy, what? This man is a millionaire. I don't know his net worth. You know, I don't know too much. You know, I can't just go into detail, but it's just the simple fact of we know his headline, we know a little bit of his story, and you know, he is who he is now. Even with like Oprah, bro, she went through so much, rape, pregnant at a young age, all that. Look who she is now. Not because she gave up, but because she renewed her mind. She let what she went through teach her something. A lot of y'all let what y'all go through kill y'all instead of letting it teach y'all something. That's why y'all keep going downhill. Y'all going in cycles because y'all not learning from it. Like, I have a lot of moments when I can look back at times from the past where I be like, okay, this is why I went through that for this reason right here. So like, when you just going through stuff, you feel like it's over stuff, sometimes you just really gotta analyze your life, look over it, and just really think about what you can be doing. And then something else that also helped me with my spiritual journeys was reading. I was reading this book called Resisting Happiness, and that was the first book I read for my spiritual journey, the first book I ever read. It changed how I looked at a lot of things. They was nailing me. Like, you ever go to church or something and you just be feeling like they just be talking about you? It was talking about family. It was talking about substance abuses, all of that. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe I'm on camera saying this. I feel like if I'm gonna be talking about my spiritual journey, I gotta be completely and bluntly honest. I love smoking. When I was pregnant, it was nothing for me to stop smoking. If I don't have more than $20 in my pocket, I'm not gonna smoke. So it's just how I think. That's how my mindset is. One thing that I noticed when I'm smoking and stuff, it changes the way I think. Like, I could be on some stuff like, I'm finna go and watch a video, going on to get myself together. It's Sunday, I need to reflect on the week, how it went, you know. I wanna smoke, but it's like, when I smoke, it's like, it kinda hinders the way I think, you know. It's like, it make me wanna put it off. Like, you know, I watch my videos and stuff like that, but I'm trying to listen to music, you know, I'm high. Eventually, I'm gonna have to cut that off because it messes up what I have going on. And anything that gets in the way of me trying to progress, grow, and change gotta go. Think about who you want to be in 5 years. If you know what you want to do that. Even if you don't know what you want to do, think about the type of person you want to be. Think about your weaknesses. Think about your strengths. Think about what you're good at. Are you a people's person? I'm 20. I'm not looking for a job that just gives me a lot of money. For me, by the time I'm 25, I'm trying to hit a goal. I'm trying to be at a way new point in my life. You feel me? I'm trying to be somewhere where I didn't even think I could be. Like, God said his visions, his dreams, his thoughts is way bigger than mine. I got some big thoughts. I got some big dreams. So if his stuff bigger than mine, then I need to go ahead and do what I need to do so I can, you feel me, get there, because I got some big dreams. And I'm telling you, if it's bigger than mine, then what? I'm gonna get it. It's free to become who you need to be. Like, anything that God orders, he's gonna pay for. God probably like, well, why he ain't pay for my food? You wanted that food. You gonna pay for that. God feel like you should be a lawyer. He gonna make a way for you to be a lawyer as long as you seek him, because God is such a mysterious person that he will send resources. He will send people. Y'all think, bro, I'll never forget, like, for instance, it was a time when my granny was talking about, like, she thought her life was gonna be, well, I don't know if I should say this, but this was a while ago. She thought her life was gonna be, you know, she called the cable company or whatever, and they like, you know, it's paid for. Like, oh, okay. They know we ain't gonna question it, but, you know, it's paid for. Like, God just works in mysterious ways like that. And if you don't think like that, and if you don't truly believe it, then why would you think that it's gonna happen to you? I remember I watched this video, and it was just talking about, like, a lot of us don't believe in God how we should. All you need is the faith of a mustard seed. Seeds grow. And I believe that's why he said that in the Bible. You know, another thing is, That's why a lot of us are so sad, because we put up with things and stuff like that. We hold on to a lot of things that we don't have to. Around people we don't have to. We are doing things we don't have to. We are accepting and tolerating things we don't have to. Until you realize that life is truly what you make it, then you're gonna always continue to fall for anything. It's a saying, but stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And that stuff is really true. When you're going through that depression and stuff, you really, it was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. If I had to start telling myself, like, Tatiana, you was wrong. Tatiana, you do have toxic ways. Tatiana, you have past hurts and traumas that you hold on to that you need to get rid of. I'm sorry, people are running past me and looking at me recording, so it's making me nervous. But this is how I look at it. God write our story, but it's our job to fulfill it. It's our job to get an action. You feel me? And if we don't go by his story, we're going by our own story. And if you're going by your own story, then you will always go through what you're going through in your mind, because you think you can do it on your own. And that's one thing. Like, everything that I've been doing right now, I promise you, this stuff ain't got nothing to do. This all is really God, because God put me in this situation. God put me through these predicaments. So, you know, you just go along with it. You have to stop trying to fight who you can be. This video might not be the best video, but I'm trying. So a lot of us find ourselves in situations where we feel like we just trying so hard, like we done did everything we doing. We praying, we praying, we put in the work, we doing what God told us to do. Because a lot of us do know how to hear God's voice. Like, I feel like I have to listen to my inner self. Like a voice that won't go away. Simplest thing, it could be like going to go visit a friend, going to go visit my granny or something like that. And it's just a voice that sometimes I ignore, and it's like, it's always there until I do it. It's always on your mind to do something, and you just ignoring it. 9 times out of 10 is probably God telling you that it's time to move. It's time for you to start listening. When you start listening to that inner voice, it's like it gets stronger and your faith gets stronger. You get to thinking like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. In this lifetime right now, I feel like it's a good time to put yourself out there. Like, if God just telling you, like, get a man at the 7th Street gas station $1, even if he is gonna buy a beer. You ain't God, you ain't nobody to judge. Give him $1. God just want to see if you gonna do it. It ain't nothing but $1. And y'all judging them like, he ain't gonna do nothing but buy a beer. So, I mean, oh well. A generous hand always gets blessed, regardless of what they do with it. It's better to give than receive. I gotta stop judging people. I'm telling you, once you really work on your mind, you really start to move different. You see everything different. Your point of view starts to switch. Like, all them selfish and ignorant ways that you have, control it. You control yourself. If you want to be like a generous person, or if you want to be like somebody that people go to for help and stuff like that, or if you a bad listener, and you know, work on it. Just work on listening, and don't be so quick to respond. You know, the person that I am now, if you're not bringing me peace, I don't care if you bringing me money. I'm talking about if you're not bringing me peace, I don't want you around me, because it's nothing to go back to being depressed and having anxiety and having panic attacks and stuff like that. Like, don't nobody want to live that life. That's not a life you want to live. When God talk about the life we live, he don't say nothing about us being stressed. He don't say nothing about us living paycheck to paycheck. He don't say nothing about us, you know, struggling to pay bills. Really what you make it. But if you don't really seek him and really believe that he can do it for you, then you asking to stay in the situation you in. A lot of us forget that, like, God is our dad. It sounds so corny when I say it, but in the Bible, it literally say y'all can ask for anything. Y'all need to pray stronger prayers. Y'all are out here asking, like, God, help me get this car. How about y'all pray like, hey, God, how about you open up a door, give me some type of resource? Like, what do I need to do to get some money to get this car? What do I need to do? What's the next step? Pray for guidance. Pray for healing. Like, pray for a sound mind. I'm not lying to y'all. Like, I really used to pray, like, help me, God, please help my hair, girl. Like, I didn't have no hair. When God said you could pray for anything, you can literally pray for anything. And a lot of y'all don't believe that. Y'all think too little of God. I remember I was having a conversation. We were just asking God for stuff, and she was just like, God, you just give me a few hundred. And I was like, God, you can give me a few thousand, a few million. And she was just like, no, I ain't gonna ask for too much. And I'm just like, it depends on who you asking. Like, if you asking God, you are never asking for too much. Y'all make it so much harder than what it really have to be. He's here for us. Like, Jesus died on the cross for us. And if you don't really believe that, then it's kind of hard to live up to that and really live the life that you can live, because you're already doubting him. Don't doubt the one that can take you from nothing to something. God can't bless you with something because you won't acknowledge him. He don't want you to think that you did this. He wants you to know, like, you ain't did this, I did this. You feel me? Get a little cocky with it. Like, you have to humble yourself. God the boss, I'm just working. I'm just the manager. God doing all the work. I'm just doing what he's telling me to do, and you know, I'm just getting blessed for it. That's just how it is. And when you really go and seek out for God, that's another thing. He will literally bring it out to the light. You could be thinking about a situation where you don't know what to do. I turn on like TD Jakes, or I turn on Michael Todd and watch a series, start a series or something, and he'll be talking about exactly what I needed him to talk about. Like, my answer be in those videos, it be in those sermons. If you seek him, he will find what you need. And when you praying for people, when you praying for your family, God is really gonna get all into that. Like, when it's something that God want and you done pray for it, and he like, okay, we on the same page, God will literally force you to move, and he will force you to do things that you don't want to do. And if you ignore it, it makes it harder, because now that God is in it, he's not gonna get out of that. He's not gonna get out of it until it's solved. But like I said, you either gonna continue to go through this cycle, or you just gonna get rid of it. And also another thing, you gotta be prepared to separate yourself. Evaluate yourself and stop following the crowd. When you following God, everybody not gonna be on that same thing, because not too many people really just believe that God is all you need. Don't think just because you following God that all your problems gonna end. That's never the case. Your problems still gonna be there. Life's not easy. Everybody knows that. You just learn to have peace in the middle of chaos, and I think that's why it's important to have God on your side. This life stuff is not as hard as it seems to be. You making it harder by trying to take it on by yourself. I'm very glad for everything that ever happened to me. To be honest, I probably wouldn't be making this video. I never would have started a spiritual journey, you feel me? I never really would have felt like I need God if I would have never went through what I went through. You know, so you really have to go through those things. You really just start to work on yourself and change your point of view and change how you look at life itself. It's like you have problems, but life ain't hard. We are so worried about being judged because of the things we go through. Like, ain't nobody perfect. And if you judging somebody, at the end of the day, that's a personal problem. If you haven't realized that everybody go through something, even you going through something, and you just sitting here judging somebody, you just have your own problems you got to work on. Anybody that's judging me right now, I know for a fact, I am 110% sure I'm gonna be somebody one day, and you know, they gonna talk about that. They gonna talk about you, period. Don't let that bother you, because at the end of the day, it's only one person that can judge you, and it's only one person who opinion that matters, and that's God. Ain't nobody gonna do you how he gonna do you. Ain't nobody gonna look out for you the way he gonna look out for you. We be out here worried about people judging us who don't have not one type of moral, don't have a moral priority, nothing, ain't doing nothing positive for themselves. Anything else I wanna hit on? When you change, you won't be put in some predicaments to do something that the old you would have did, and that's just for real. Because look, it's easy for me to say, like, I don't drink no more, but like when I go to a party and it's like alcohol there, when I say no, that's how I know I've changed. You feel me? When I don't go back to what I was trying to get away from, you know. I'm thinking about starting a group chat where I just like saying just positive things, you feel me? Or like if I see a very good scripture somewhere on social media, I'm gonna screenshot it and send it. I love reading thought catalog. If I see like a very good one, you feel me, I'll send it. I do it with my friends right now. Inbox me, comment on this video, right on my timeline. Do whatever you want to do, I guess. Some people need the extra push, you know, whether you read it or not. You can put it on mute. It's just the fact that whenever you need it, you can go and get it. Start off with the faith of a mustard seed. It'll always grow. So that's just something I'm thinking I am going to do. If you don't have a phone, I can do one through inbox. We can do like text messages and stuff like that. Even if you want to like talk about the video or something like that, or depending on who you are, we can link and like watch videos together, find books and read together, or you know. I'm not that consistent in it. I got a long way to go. I don't know why I said it like that, but I got a long way to go. We can all grow together. Why not? We can make it fun for each other. Sometimes it do get boring and it do get a little lonely. Well, at first it was boring and lonely, but now I'm okay with it. I found out what works for me. You feel me? I like to, you feel me? I'm outside. I've been outside for this long. This is what I like to do. 3 John chapter 2. Can't remember exactly what he said, but like he was just saying, like, I pray that you prosper in every way. I feel like when he say that, he's basically saying you can do it, but it's up to you. I just pray that you prosper in every way. I pray from the bottom of my heart that I prosper in every way. It's really up to me. God said if you seek him, he will guide you or something like that. I just really hope that John eventually like do what y'all want to do, figure out what y'all want to be, and really lock down, because at the end of the day, it's so much to go around if we are like, all right now. The world would really be a better place if we all could just follow him. I can't even imagine what type of world it'd be. You need to do something differently. You need to do the stuff that ain't nobody doing. Anyways, I'm about to end this video, y'all. I hope that y'all enjoy this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate if y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. What could I do differently? How was it put together? I know I was all over the place. I'm working on that. I don't want to sit here and write no script. Honestly, really just winged it. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see. All right, y'all. See y'all later.